Hello and welcome to ICTN's Open Line Election Special. I'm Thomas Gandy. Election Day is May 5th and we want you to be informed. We invited all of the candidates to come to our studio. Each had approximately 5 minutes to talk about the issues he feels are important. Keep in mind the candidates' opinions are their own and not necessarily those of ICTN or the City of Irving. Early voting is April 23rd through May 1st. Then Election Day, as I mentioned, is May 5th. This year, only one race is contested, so our focus will be on that one. It's single-member district place 6. The candidates' messages are presented in the order in which they will appear on the ballot. That order is determined by drawing. Here they are.
Hello, friends and neighbors. My name is Cheyenne Allahi. I'm a civil rights attorney and the candidate for Irving City Council Place 6, which consists of Valley Ranch and parts of Las Colinas, including Hackberry. I'm asking for your vote on May 5th, 2018, because I am eager to serve the citizens of Irving regardless of their backgrounds, their beliefs, and their politics. These are delicate times for most good people. We are all worried about the direction in which our country is headed. But this is also a time for all of us to get together, coordinate, to make sure that we are here in Irving at least heading in the right direction. Now, how can we do that? By looking beyond our differences, politics, and social status, and together to start thinking about Irving and start acting for Irving. Right now, a lot of outsiders pass us on their way to the airport. But those of us who live here know what a great economic powerhouse Irving is and what a beautifully diverse city it is that we live in. As a matter of fact, Irving has the honor of having the most diverse area code in the country. And if I'm fortunate enough to serve you all, I would make sure that school safety and public safety always remain my #1 priority. Crime is on the rise, and we need more, better equipped, and higher paid police. We need to make sure our children are safe in schools all over Irving. And we can do that by using new technology and creating a public and private partnership for providing security. I will make sure that each development that is done in our city only starts after a fair and objective assessment of its impact on the citizens of Irving at large. I will make sure that the developers keep the needs of our city in mind when developing projects. I will work to make sure that we have well-paved roads, green spaces, well-lit and clean streets for all of us to walk safely at night, to enjoy the fresh air and clean surroundings. You know, they say all politics is local, and that is now more true than ever, because we have a federal government that is reaching down and taking control from the local authorities and trying to marshal our resources to play culture war and to divide us by using our police to check papers and by telling us that we cannot treat each other in a civilized and polite fashion. That will not work in Irving. We will keep looking ahead and moving forward together. We will think Irving and act for Irving, always. And lastly, I promise you that I will always be accessible to you, and you will have my personal cell phone number to reach me. And I will always be accountable to you, and only you, the voters, my friends, and my neighbors. Thank you, and I ask you for your support on May 5th. And I thank you for your time for listening.
Good day. I'm Alza Ponte. I'm a candidate for District 6, Irving City Council. District 6 is the most northern section of Irving. It is in the Las Colinas, Hackberry Creek, and Valley Ranch area. Straight up MacArthur Boulevard and Beltline, and we're right in between, just north of 114. I'm running because it's a time in my life that I really feel it's a chance for me to give back to my community. We've lived here now almost 13 years, and I've had the ability to serve on the various commissions and boards, the Planning and Zoning Commission, the Las Colinas Association, which I'm just finishing up my 8 years as chair, as well as the Tax Increment Finance District 1, which is Las Colinas, as well as some of our community groups, the Irving Symphony Orchestra Board, as well as the Salvation Army Board. So I have always believed in public service. I've had the opportunity to serve at all levels, the federal government, state, and county, as well as here in Irving. Why am I running at this time? Because I think Irving is at a great inflection point in its future. It has all the activity and the development coming out of the urban center in Las Colinas, known as the Lake Caroline area. We have now the Toyota Music Factory that is up and running. We're going to have the Big Beat Dallas Plaza that will also be opening up at the end of this month in March. The Westin Hotel towards the end of this year. The Water Street along Las Colinas Boulevard and O'Connor. So we're going to have what I call an entertainment district that is really very unique and very specific to what we have here in Irving and in more specifically the Las Colinas Urban Center. What are some of the things and areas that I would want to focus on as your city council person? Number one, traffic and infrastructure. Why do I say traffic and infrastructure? We have our roads that are over 50 years old. We have bridges that are also over 50 years old. We have waterways that are also 50 years and older. And so there is a whole priority to redevelop many of these areas and refurbish that infrastructure. Why? Because we are now over 225,000 people that live here. And when you look at some of the areas as to where the development and where the people that are buying homes as well as living in multifamily structures, there is a real focus of a need to have an organized traffic and parking as well as a development plan for the future. The area that I would be representing has very specific areas of need to be looked at. One is the new development on the very north part of Irving, Las Colinas, Capal, and Farmers Branch, known as Cypress Waters. That has added many more traffic impacts into that northern part of our city. Also, the ability for us to look at how do we then move forward with the kind of other activities that need to be focused on in the area of economic development. That is most specifically the former Dallas Cowboy site here at the junction between 183 and 114. I think that's one that could be a flagship and should be for both Irving and Las Colinas as you drive into our community. I've had the opportunity to also found the Irving Young Leaders of Irving. It's called Future Leaders of Irving, and where we've been able to raise money from the private sector. Now we put over 200 seniors in their last year of high school in the Irving high schools into a process of appreciating where they live. Again, I'm Alza Ponte. I'm running for City Council District 6. Go vote Cinco de Mayo, May 5th.
Those are the messages from the candidates. If you missed any part of this open line election special or want to watch it again, check it out online at youtube.com/The City of Irving or go to ICTN.tv and click on shows. To recap, early voting is April 23rd through May 1st. Then Election Day is May 5th. The City Secretary's office can answer election questions. That number is 972-721-2493. There is also information at cityofirving.org. Thanks for watching this special edition of Open Line. We'll see you next time.